Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Catch me on the flip. Here I do vlogs, stream of conscious, and wherever else I feel like posting. And today is similar to a stream of conscious, but not exactly. I think I am going to be making a lot more sit down videos and just kind of talking about my life experience. I'm not technically like really giving advice, if that makes sense. I don't really feel like I'm a giver or advicer. I just think that through sharing my life, people can take the parts that resonate and that are helpful and that are affirming and leave what doesn't resonate. So, my makeup is oily and I am sniffling because I can't cuss this early in the video. I was at the MFing club, okay? I was at the MFing club and the club got germs. In the club, we all fam. Yeah, it's germs. Anyways, so now I'm sniffling, but I'm going to drink some orange juice before bed, and after this video, I'm gonna take a nice bath. So, yeah. Today, I am going to be telling you guys about my 1 year without sex. I had a conversation with my friend the other day, and I have some notes on my handy dandy iPad. Yes, it may look like a phone, but it's actually an iPad. So now you know. I am going to be referring to some of the things in this conversation for notes because there are definitely things I want to touch on. But let me give you guys some context. About 5 years now, abstinence is something that I've practiced. So what triggered it this go round? So a year ago, I got in a car accident and it forced me to do a lot of self-reflection. Not only did I lose a lot of friends, be disconnected from my social life, I started to recognize some patterns in myself in that period of isolation. And I was aware that I had an anxious attachment style. I don't feel like I really have a big issue with being attached to people after I have sex, but I do have an issue with maladaptive daydreaming, spending too much time daydreaming about something, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's a lot in romantic situations, to the point that I would spend more time in my head daydreaming about things with a potential partner or a partner versus actually doing things with them or spending time with them, because deep down I don't believe that I really could have those positive memories. Because a lot of the time when people have an attachment style that is not the secure, which 70% of people have a secure attachment style, believe it or not, if like the other people who like have avoidant or anxious, it's usually because of trauma, you know? And it's not really common that people change their attachment style throughout life, but just the way a secure person can move to an insecure attachment style being the avoidant or anxious, an insecure attachment style person can move to a secure attachment style. So part of my year of not having sex, it helped ground me a bit and not maladaptive daydreaming. And I'm not totally sure how that worked, but I know that it started to be like something I was conscious of, something I was aware of, and something I actively tried to rebut, or is the word rebuttal? I think the word is rebuke. Yeah, definitely has been a bit easier to do that without having more complicated connections. You get what I'm saying? Or more layered connections. And I'm not saying that I did not like people. I'm not saying I did not date. I'm not saying I didn't do, like, I wasn't like, I just completely self-isolated and I wasn't out and about. Like, honey, I'm out and about. I just didn't pop this cat. Okay, so that's background context on my attachment style affecting my frame of mind. Now, I'm not saying I don't maladaptive daydream, but it's something I'm more like conscious about. It's so weird because before it used to just be like, that's just how minds function. You know, I didn't really recognize that was a problem. And now it's like I'm conscious of it and I can choose to do it or not. And that is a big win. I'm not totally uncrazy, but I'm aware of the craziness. And I can turn it on and off. And that's all a girl can hope for, period. The other thing is, with me getting into this major car accident last year, I couldn't maintain the job that I had, y'all. I was working as a Twin Peaks girl. Shout out to that job, because I promise you, working as a Twin Peaks girl helped unleash my inner baddie. Like, that job really helped me become aware, like, you are a motherfucking bad bitch. You feel me? Like it just made the outside match the inside, because honey, aura points is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, soul is amazing. Like, there's my heart, my mind, amazing. Like, I go on and on. But I will say there was kind of a disconnect between how I assumed to be perceived versus how I actually presented. I assumed that, like, I came off as like a baddie, and like I came off as a pretty girl, but like a pretty basic girl, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, I don't know, something about that job, like the doing my makeup, the doing my hair, to having like the requirements for the jewelry, like it just tapped me into the nuances that made me, like, the nuances that make someone attractive or more put together. And yeah, not only was it hard for me to maintain this job and I had to let it go, because I say hard, but like, honey, like, the Uber from my house to my job was $30 to $60. Yeah, that just don't make no sense. And I went down to only working weekends, but it just didn't make sense. I had to let the job go. And then I got into nightlife. Any like darker or taboo industry, the girls that get it. Working there will definitely change you mentally. But I feel like for the better, for me, I would say. Working in nightlife, like, for one, I'm often around hella drunk people, you feel me? And like, I had to start like speaking up and using my voice. Like, don't touch me, don't do this, like, bleep 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 bleep. I can't say all the things I be saying. I can't say all the things I be saying on YouTube, but I be cussing people out, honey. Don't put it past me. And that is so empowering and so important to me, because the girl that I used to be was way more meek when it came down to people violating my boundaries when it came to touch or personal space. And part of that is because, of course, I didn't want to be the angry black woman stereotype. But then even after I got past that, I still had trouble finding my voice. Being in this industry is really like sink or swim. Like, when you're in a dark place, nobody can, and I'm not saying I was physically in a dark place, like, it's just like it's dark because it's a whole mix of different energies. If you ever put different colors on the palette, on like a art palette, when you mix all the colors together, eventually they become a dark color. It doesn't matter what colors you put all this different stuff together, it's gonna get dark. And that doesn't mean it's bad. Like I said, I feel like I got a really positive return mentally out of working in this field. But for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna call it the industry. I would say I got a very positive return out of working in the industry, but I do feel like it affected my experience with abstinence this time around. A lot of it is being heavily lusted after. Literally not funny, but it's so yucky. It's literally so yucky. Like, I am in no short supply of attention. When it comes to compliments and all that, I'm well taken care of, okay? So, in my experience working in the industry, speaking to other women in the industry, they have shared with me a decreased sex drive in their intimate partner relationships. of course I'm interested in that tea, because if y'all don't know, I'm going to school to be a sex therapist. For me personally, I did not experience that effect on my sex drive. Like physically and mentally, like I do feel the same drive or desire or pull for sex that I did before I started this journey. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a super sexual person, so I just feel like it's been kind of the same. And I just brought that up because it's an assumption that people in the industry are more sexual, because people are lusting after us. We're in that environment where there's potentially drugs and definitely alcohol. People sometimes see the staff of those places as props or extensions of their good time and this view that they have of what the night is, and it's just, yeah, it's not that. I promise you, baby, your bartender is an actual human being with thoughts and feelings, and they have nothing to do with having sex with you, period. Like, be for real. I'm gonna read what I said. I was very aware of the outward perception of being in the industry and how lustful people can be, and it made me pull into myself. So when I say pull into myself, it kind of meant like support myself. Like, I feel like at times in the past, it's something I had to recognize. I didn't really want sex in my sex life. This is sad, like, no, but what I really wanted was affection. And because I was really only shown that is the way to receive affection, it's not that I didn't experience non-sexual affection or care as a child, but like I feel like in my adulthood, that's when things started to shift. Just like when I didn't really experience racism like that as a kid, and then once I became an adult, all of a sudden, like, I'm getting racism. It's like the older I got, like the more that was just like the norm of how I was treated. And then in my adulthood, I'm like, oh, this is what it's like? Okay. And like that's how I feel like my sex life was. It's like, wait, we're not just gonna cuddle? Oh, all right. Like, that just became like the new norm. That sounds bad, but yeah, like seriously, I'm being so for real. Like, I didn't really want sex a lot of the time, and I'm not saying like I didn't have good sex or I didn't enjoy sex, at times. It's just like I feel like the itch that I wanted to scratch, it didn't really need to be sex. You get what I'm saying? Like, just like if my back is itching, I know I could rub my back on this door frame right here and it'll itch to scratch, but a back scratcher is really what I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying about me and a lot of my patterning in sex. I was looking for a back scratcher and I was settling for a door hinge, because like the door be hitting too now. Don't sleep on the door, because if your back itch and you get on that door, ooh, like, it's a good time, I'm telling you, like. And another thing I said, furthermore, I became more aware of my sexuality. I've decentered romantic love, touching back on the attachment style and maladaptive daydreaming. Something I had to do to kind of break myself out of that subconscious loop was telling myself, what if a life partner is never coming? People was like, oh, everybody has a soulmate, everybody has a life partner, that's twin flame, or whatever they be saying. But it's like, what if you never meet them? I feel like I kind of have lived my life like jumping from this person's gonna be it, this person's gonna be it, this person's gonna be it, or like being in situationships where even I was being toxic and I was holding a space for somebody in my life, knowing that they're not that, but I just want them to be a placeholder for me. Sorry I did that if I did that to you. And it's just not healthy, and it would just lead to a habitual habit of a lot of short-term relationships. That's not cute. Who I am now in this year versus who I was last year, y'all. Like, I'm low-key eating old me up. Like, old me would be like, girl, you ain't never act like that before with your fake bougie ass. It's literally just a self-growth. I don't know. And I also said, yeah, I've decentered romantic love from my life. Probably one of the hardest and longest parts. Yeah. I got in school. I dated different people than I had ever before. Like, when I say different people, I mean dated outside my race, dated people from different like family backgrounds than me, just different. Like, I feel like when I lived in my hometown especially, I dated a lot of the same kinds of people, or people who were more similar to me without even recognizing it. Like, of course our personalities and things may have been different, but I mean, growing up, these are a lot of shared experiences we had. I dated people who that's not what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really think that's something I want to do again. I think I prefer that cultural compatibility, but it was still something. And there are a lot of benefits like to breaking out of the norm in that way, because I'm not gonna lie, like, some of those people that I dated have taught me a lot of things. I think sometimes people have this idea that when someone is celibate, it's just you just don't have nobody to have sex with. That is not the truth, baby. Yo, boo is calling my phone. He want my thong. Yeah, baby, it's not no problem with having somebody to have sex with, I promise you. It's more so I just don't want to. That's just it. Like, it's just like, and it's even if there was someone that I was, not even just one person, but this specific one, when I say saved me from having a deep heartbreak, a girl did break my heart this year. And it was very intense. Where I was showing up to this situation with the girl this year that broke my heart, I feel like I was showing up as who I was in middle school. So weird, but like dead ass. And life really be on that. If you do not learn, we will test you again. Like, we will send you this again. When I'm so stubborn because I'm a Taurus, if I decide I want somebody, I don't care. Like, literally, like, I literally can be dying and I'll still be like, but that's mine though. And that's so, that's not right. That's really not right. Like, I'm in therapy, y'all. Best believe I've been seeing that lady, and that lady been helping, because I'm so for real. Like, y'all really don't, like, I'm not even about to incriminate myself, but I be weird. Like, I be weird. Like, I'm dead ass, like, probably the person, like, people would text their mom and be like, she, like, you remember that girl? She did this. Like, and they be like, oh no, you got to get away from her. Something not right with that one. I'm laughing now because I can laugh at this point, but yeah. Because again, I'm seeing that lady and she's helping. But shout out to my therapist, period. I don't want that no more. I want to be able to protect myself and show up to situations with an honest view of what my partner is showing me, whether that be a fling or that be like a serious romantic partner, whatever. But guys, in conclusion, I feel like overall my year of abstaining from sex has really nourished my mind and body and made me glow intrinsically. And I really don't think anybody should take from this video that I'm saying that people should go without sex or sex is wrong, or I'm not saying none of that stuff, honey. I'm very like pro do what you want with your body, and I'm very pro knowing your options. So I don't know, maybe this video will help somebody. Maybe they're at a point in their life where this is something they may want to try out, or you'll just know about it and maybe you'll try it later, or maybe you'll never try it, and good for you. This is my channel with my experience in my life, and I figured this was a big milestone, and I want to document it. So with that being said, I think I pretty much have really addressed everything on this topic. It wasn't really too much. I just had to give y'all a little background, and that's where most of the length came from. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know. Subscribe, like, this, that, the third. Follow me on all my socials: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Be careful over there now, because I don't know how to act on Twitter. And I think you can add me on Snapchat, but I don't use that, if I'm being so for real. So add me on Cash App, for real, for real. Fuck all that other shit. Add me on Cash App. But bitch need money, for real. Like, I got college tuition to pay. And I'm being so serious. Yeah. Anyways, y'all, if you have any questions and you want to follow up to this video, or like I said, more videos like it, let me know, girl, because I got some other ideas. I low-key really just want to be taking the topics that I be discussing with my friends and making them videos like this, because like I feel like that would eat, because me and my friends, like having women friends, like other women friends, it's just so good. Like, yeah. But yeah, that's all. Sorry to see y'all go, but you gotta catch me on the flip. Toodles.